Welcome back, football fam. We here with another one. Hey, and it's been a minute, but we back, and we're gonna cover a little draft story real quick. Possibly hit piece out on a prospect. We're gonna talk about Rueben Bain Jr. and the recent news coming out about his. I'm gonna say recent news coming out about his traffic accident that happened a couple years ago. Uh, there was a piece came out by Ali Connolly who released a story about Ruben Bain's involvement in a car accident in May of 2024 or March of 2024 about when a female passenger died 3 months later after the crash. He was cited for careless driving, which was later dismissed. Now, before we get too far into it, first thing we're gonna talk about is who Mr. Ali or Oliver, whichever one he goes by, Connolly, is. He is affiliated with. Can you guess the school he's affiliated with? One guess.
Ohio State.
Ohio State. He's affiliated with Ohio State. He's had a couple things to say about Miami in the past, and this is just another thing that I just feel like comes out literally days before the draft, and they trying to bring this man draft stock down. If the arm length problem wasn't enough for him to overcome, now he has this, and I'm just gonna read. I got it wrote down right here. Not wrote down, but I'm gonna read right what he said. Well, a piece of what he said. The careless driving charge against Bain was dismissed by the court, apparently just 2 weeks before Bates' death. While she remained in a coma, no findings of criminal liability have been made in connection with the crash or her death. Now, what he didn't tell you was that the family also made a comment about the crash and some more stuff. Well, before I get to that, let's just talk about what we know about the accident. It happened March 17th of 2024. It was a car crash. There was 4 people in his vehicle. One was a Georgia football player who was on a visit to Miami. So that part he left out. There was no field sobriety test given. Now, that is a little, has people along, like, why didn't they do a field sobriety test? They said the crash happened at 4 a.m. But, yeah, it was a weekend. It's in March. It was a weekend. No curfew. The season was off, so he was doing what we do. He got cited for careless driving. You can get careless driving for swerving. You get careless driving for driving too slow. You get careless driving for driving too fast. You get careless driving for switching lanes without your blinker. You get careless driving for a lot of things. The charges were later dropped because, come to find out, the officer that talked to Rueben Bain said there was no suspicion of any sobriety issues. He was driving under the speed limit. So there was no real careless driving to be talked about. Bain was a sophomore at the time at the University of Miami. He was driving on I-95 in Miami, like I said, at 4 a.m., March 17th, when his vehicle struck another car before hitting the concrete barriers on the side of the highway, those little dividers.
Mm-hmm.
And according to police reports, the crash, According to police crash reports reviewed by the road Reed optional, whoever that is, I guess it's on in Miami. According to Trey Wallace, Bain was again cited for careless driving in 2025. Now, this is where you want to say an issue could have occurred. That case was later dismissed for that they said was defective citation. Now, if you want to say now, okay, now we're developing a pattern, that's one thing. But in this case, it was dismissed because no one was hurt, no one was injured, there was no wreck, it was just careless driving. And it's probably something they let the brother off with a warning. So, and it could be just because who he is. And it's probably true. But, again, this led to no injuries, no crash. So, no issue, right? I mean, he could just be a careless driver.
Maybe his arm's too short for the steering wheel. Who knows? Serious matter though. Anyway, This is my only complaint about why is it taking 2 years for this to come out?
Well, it did take 2 years for this to come out. I heard about this last year.
So why is it taking 2 years for it to blow up? Like
Because he's in the draft.
exactly,
This is old news. This is news
exactly,
like people that follow Miami, people knew about this.
exactly. And if you think an NFL team doesn't know this stuff already, they literally have billions of dollars at stake. They're gonna do their research, do diligently. So they they
Teams,
they know about this stuff already. So why is Mr. Ohio State news reporter guy trying to discredit this kid, literally a kid who just made a mistake? Yeah, maybe he should
literally
have maybe
teams.
he should have been disciplined a little bit because it is something serious that you want to learn from. But 20-year-old kid, like 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid, like, I don't like it's bad, but at the same time, kids make mistakes, and and obviously the family didn't press charges, so they didn't really see anything.
I actually have a statement here from the family. While the loss remains incredibly painful for our family, we have worked hard to find peace and move forward. At this time, we are not seeking any public attention surrounding the tragedy and we respectfully request that our family privacy be honored. We also wish Mr. Bain the best as he continues his life and career. That's from the family. Miss Destiny Bates wishing Rueben Bain the best. By the way, they spelled Rueben Bain's name right. Mr. Ali couldn't even get that right. He didn't even take the time to spell Rueben Bain's name right. Uh, Todd McShay had this to say: "By no means am I diminishing the severity of the tragedy, but the wording here reads as if this is recent news for NFL teams. It's not. This has been known and vetted for several months now." He said that today. Uh, I'm not gonna say who this is from, but this could just be another fan out there that said this. So let me get this straight. Mr. Ali Connolly comes out with a hit piece on his Substack against an athlete whose name can't even be bothered to be spelled correctly 11 days before the biggest day of his life, based on a crash citing that the athlete was driving below the speed limit at the time of the crash, and police didn't suspect any athletic or drug use, athletic alcohol or drug use. Subsequently, the reckless driving charges were dropped, and the family of the victim told Ali that they wished Rueben Bain Jr. well and didn't want any further attention brought to the matter involving the tragic accident. And of course, they called it again an accident.
So according to Mr. What's his name, Ali, Mr. Ali,
Ali Connolly.
whatever his name is, he's a bad reporter for one, because you don't if someone tells you that they don't want to put this information out there and you put it out anyway, that makes you a bad reporter. So he's already discredited.
I don't think he's a legit reporter. I think he's just a Ohio State fan. Like he's one of those,
It's like a super fan.
meme account guys. Yeah, he constantly does that because if you go and look at his Facebook, at Mr. Ali Connolly's Facebook, he has some old posts from 2010s, 2011s that seem quite interesting. You might want to go check them out. Maybe I don't have Facebook, but someone sent them to me, and he's talking about taking stuff up to you know what. So
We don't get into people's personal lives on this channel. We just do this. We just say the facts. We don't get into people's personal
So,
lives.
Mr. Ali, that's what he liked. That's on him. But I don't know if that's his tweets or somebody hacked his account 15 years ago. He just never bothered to take it down. But it's several tweets about that up there. So you can talk about that, Mr. Ali. I want to talk about how Rueben Bain as a prospect has really been getting disrespected this whole time. This is a guy who has dominated all year long at the line of scrimmage with short arms, and it has not been an issue. And teams are steady trying to drop him like he can't get it done, but he's proven he can get it done at that level. I honestly think he's a top 3 player in this class, and I think our latest big board will project that. At least my latest big board will project that. And I just don't think that I don't want to say it's a non-issue, but I don't want to say it's the biggest issue out there. And I don't think
It's an
I
issue,
mean,
but it's not nothing like it ain't no Ray Rice or Henry Ruggs.
yeah. I mean, that's something you can put on. You something you put on the board, but that he might be a careless driver and he might need a chauffeur. He
I
might
say
need a curfew.
hire him a driver.
Hire him a driver. I mean, teams have done it before. So if that's the issue, hire him a driver. Tyler, any closing thoughts on this before we move on to better news, bigger and better news?
Just I just think they're trying to just ruin him like Laramie Tunsil. That's the only thing I can think of.
Shout out to Larry Thompson. He recovered from that. He had a pretty solid career.
I think it worked in his favor.
They probably did.
I want to be a top 5 pick anyway, playing with them sorry teams.
Hey, Rueben Bain might fall to the Rams.
Those Chargers.
Y'all going O-line, man. Y'all got to. Ravens might get Ruben. Who knows?
There we go. See,
if Rueben Bain falls out of the top 10, travesty, man. It's just ridiculous. There's at least 5 teams in the top 7 that need to draft him. In my opinion, they should draft him.
Don't let the Chiefs get him. That's all I gotta say.
Be perfect fit.
Nah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, honestly, would be a perfect fit. I think I got him going to. Is it the Chiefs? It might be the Saints. I don't know.
I got him going to the Saints.
It might be the Saints. So, but yeah, we'll see. But hey, that's all we got on this one, y'all. We're finna hit y'all with another one, but we're gonna close this one on out. Tell me, what's y'all thoughts on the Rueben Bain situation? What's the biggest issue? The short arms or reckless driving? Which one would you drop them down the board for? Which one's the biggest issue for you? There's no down in the comment section with that. Yeah.